everyone, welcome. I'm Amanda. If we've never met before, welcome. Just wanted to hop on here and do a little flow class for you. So any props you'd like to use for your practice, make sure you have them. And we'll get started in child's pose today. So as you feel ready, let the knees come out as wide as you choose. Let the hips settle back on the heels and the arms stretch out long forward. If you'd like to use a block, you can accentuate your shoulder stretch by putting it under the hands, or you can use it under the head, under the heart, or through the hips to provide some assistance. And then once you find your space, settle in. Start to tune into the breath, letting it fill up nice and slowly, and letting it drain out completely. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting your third eye rock a little side to side. Letting the hips melt a little heavier. Fill up. And drain. Just a couple more, settling in right where you are, tuning into your breath, letting it start to shift from maybe the mouth and the nose to just the nose. And just checking in with how the body feels. Last one, right where you are, slow breath in. And a full empty out. As you're ready, start to find your way up to a table. Let the shoulders stack over the wrists. And the knees come underneath the hips. So we'll work through a few cat-cows today, but we'll do them a little bit different. So just build a little space here and hold that long spine. And you can come back to this if it's not comfortable. If you'd like, let the forearms drop to earth. You can take your block and place it horizontal so the thumbs frame that block, keeping the arms shoulder distance. And then keep the shoulders over the elbows. Deep breath in, drop the belly, lift the heart for a cow. And then exhale, scoop it in. Open, breathe. And round it in. A couple more like that. Breathe in, open. And breathe out, round. The last one, in breath, the ripple open. And exhale, squeeze it in. Come back to neutral, curl the toes. And then press the hips up and back to an early dolphin. If this is not comfortable, traditional down dog works just the same. So you can find that instead. Pull the belly in, sink the heels. Again, that block might be serving as a reminder to keep the hands shoulder distance. Knees bend to let the hamstrings soften. Head hangs heavy, and then maybe you start to walk the toes a little more forward if you're choosing dolphin. Big breath in. And a long breath out. One more here. Stay. If you walk those toes a little closer for your dolphin, set them back, re-drop the knees. And then press yourself up to all fours. If you had a block, slide it out. Take an inhale, stay on those all fours, but pull the shoulders forward. And then exhale, slide it back. Not quite to child's pose. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, slide back. A couple more like that, just warming up through our shoulders. Slide and breathe. And hug it back. One more like that, ripple forward. And come on back. Back up to that table, breathe in. Breathe out, step the hands, one palm step forward, curl the toes. But then find a plank, press the heels back. Belly hooks up and in. If you prefer to drop those knees and pick the toes up, that's an option. Hold here. Breath in. And a breath out. You can come back to doing this on the knees or forward, breathe in. And then just slide back to your plank, breathe out. So forward, inhale. Slide back to shoulders over wrists. A couple more like that. Forward, breathe in. Slide back to neutral. So little small movements. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Last one like that. Inhale forward. Exhale all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. So just starting to build a little fire in the belly and through the shoulders. Knees again soften like they did in dolphin. Pelvis draws up towards the sky and the ribs knit together. Take a breath and let it go. Inhale and exhale. On this next breath in, come up to your tiptoes and then start to slowly tiptoe all the way forward. See if you can keep the hands glued to earth. Really pull the belly up and in and walk all the way to the front of your mat. Little tiny steps until the feet reach the hands. Soften the elbows when you get there and hang in a fold. Breathe in, biceps wrap in, fingers line up with toes. Chest draws down towards thigh. Couple more here, fill up. Empty. Last one, tuck the chin, lift the hips. Stay. On your next breath in, hands slide up to the shin bones, lift halfway. And then exhale, fold. We'll take that lift 3 more times. Pull up and lift halfway. Fold. In breath, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold, chin to chest. The last one, breathe in. Keep your half lift. Put your hands on your hips and let the elbows lift up high. Squeeze the belly. Lengthen the head away from the hips. And hug the shoulder blades back in together. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more. Forward fold. All the way up to the sky. Big reach. And then arms to your side. Roll your shoulders back, let the palms spill forward, and then step the feet out hip distance. So you're staying towards the short edge of your mat. I will face you here momentarily. Take a breath. Stay. Lift those shoulders up, breathe in, push them back and down. Do that again, shoulders up, breathe, back and down. One more to lift, and roll. Go the other way, pull back, breathe in, circle around, back in, exhale around, one more, roll it back, and roll it around. Arms circle, reach up, and spill and dive. From here, back to your halfway lift, hands to shins. The feet can stay hip distance. And then hands down, fold. So a little different this time. You'll take your hands and step them forward. So they might end up off your mat, or if you'd prefer to stay on your mat, you can step your feet back. And then we'll rock up on tippy toes, roll the shoulders over the wrist, hook the belly up and in, look down. And then rock back, sink into the heels, lift the toes, and then maybe come up on tented fingers. Plant the palms, breathe in, up and over the wrists exhale, heels down, toes up. And maybe lift the fingers. So belly work along with calves and hamstrings. Hands down, press earth away, roll forward, lift up through center. Heels down, empty, toes up. Light on the fingers. 2 more, roll it forward, lift up, breathe in. And breathe out, rock it back. Last one like that, ripple up, really hook the belly up and in. And then exhale, rock it back, hold here. Stay for a breath. Empty. 1 more. Let the feet root back down. If you step back, you can step back forward to the short edge of your mat, lift halfway. And exhale, hands down this time, feet all the way back, high plank. Tuck the pelvis, soften the elbows just a little bit, breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, pull forward. Maybe again dropping the knees, but this time lower to earth. Flatten the feet to walk the hands out wide. Come up to a wide cobra, feet press down, glute squeeze. And then you'll take the right shoulder, hinge it down, and look left. Up and breathe in. Your shoulder doesn't have to touch earth. Hinge and twist, left side down. So we'll alternate those a few more times. So light on the fingers, roll up, glutes support the back. Roll right side down, look to your left. Inhale, up and open. And exhale, down, looking right. Breathe in, lift. And 1 more time, right side. Hinge it down. Up and open, breathe. And the left side, hinge it down. Come up to center. And then right back down the middle. Thumbs walk back to the small part of the weight. Feet press in. Roll up to your cobra or keep going for your upward facing dog. And then exhale over the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Rise to your toes, put a bend in the knees, look forward. And then this time you can walk, step, or hop. Come on up. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Breathe in, reach up. And exhale, swan dive. So a few sun A's to rinse through all of that. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to earth, feet back, high plank. Pull forward, inhale. Exhale to earth. Feet press, fingers walk out wide, roll up nice and slow. And hinge, looking left. Roll it up, breathe in. And go to the left, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Do that again, right side down. Inhale, ripple up. And exhale, left side down. Center on your in-breath. And down the middle. Thumbs to rib cage, press the palms, lift the heart, Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha, your cobra or your up dog. And then down dog, hips to the sky. Inhale, back to toes, bend and look forward. You can walk, step, or maybe you hop on up. Landing lightly. Ending in that fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, tuck it down. Circle and lift, reach. Spill and dive. Flatten and lengthen, big breath. And hands to earth, feet walk, step, or hop back. High plank, forward on your inhale. And lowering exhale. Again, feet flatten, hands walk off. Last time through our wide cobras, ripple up. And ripple down. Center lift, breathe. Switch your side, empty. Inhale up. And exhale, hinge. Last one here, breathe in. And side 2 for you, roll it down. Up to middle. This time as you exhale, right down the center. Hands walk in towards the sides. Press up, open. And back to your down dog. Stay for your inhale. And hold your exhale. Big breath in. And a longer breath out. One more to stay. Drain it empty. Rise up, bend, and look. Big step forward with that right foot. Plant it down, not quite through the hand, so a little bit back. Let the left heel find earth. And then walk your fingers back and come up the right shin, so a lifted pyramid. If you'd like to let the arms float for airplane wings, you can take that option. If you'd like, reverse prayer hands, so I'll straighten up here and turn around. So thumbs come to face your tailbone. And then middle fingers face your hips from here. Pinkies then find, and then the hands find their way up the back. So you're in reverse namaste. If that creates a lot of balance challenge in your pyramid, come back to any arms that suit you. Breathe in. Lengthen the head forward, see if you can find that flat back with even hips. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Choose to fold how you like. So maybe the hands stay, or maybe you release them and fold down. If you have blocks of 4, you can take your blocks and put them under your hands and fold that way. And breathe in and breathe out. Just a couple more in our pyramid. Parshvottanasana, head hangs heavy. Left heel is down, but it's generally light. The hips are even and the right leg is nice and straight. Just a little baby micro bend in that knee. Head hangs. Take an in-breath. Stay. One more here. Let it go. So you'll lift the chest on your next in-breath, either hands to floor or find those blocks. Our right foot will stay on earth. Then we'll lift the left leg hip high. Remember, your blocks have multiple settings. You can turn them up or soften them down. Left big toe faces the earth and the hip squares for our warrior 3. If you'd like to come off those blocks with arms extended in airplane wings or anything else that suits you, feel free to go there. Take a breath, a little soft bend in that right knee. Empty. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more here. Bring the left knee into the chest. Give it a little tuck and then set it down. If you were on blocks, you can slide off of them, set them to the side, and fold heavy. Halfway up, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Reach and rise, circle to the sky, big breath. And arms to your side. Let the right arm wrap around the back, reaching for the left bicep. And then hold here. You'll take a breath, get a little taller. And then right ear to the right shoulder. So this left arm stays out, the right arm's wrapping. If reaching your inner arm is not comfortable, that's okay. You can just let that arm float behind the back. And let the right ear soften, lift up from the quads. Pull the belly back. Stay. Lift the crown, we'll unwind, arms up high. And then same thing, hands down, the left arm wraps behind, it'll reach for this right inner arm or just hang. Lengthen, breathe. And then let the left ear drop. Give that right arm a little tug down with that left hand if you have connection. Letting the side of the neck open. Take a breath. Empty. One more. Let it go. Unwind, everything reaches. Have a seat, Utkatasana. So you're still facing that short edge of your mat with your chair pose. I'll face you for just a few moments here. We'll toe heel our feet out a little wider. Sit a little deeper. Take a breath. Get a little lower. One more. Maybe hands find earth. So we'll just work a little tap through some crow prep here. So So hands are on earth, our feet are hip distance, and we'll rock up and tap the knees to the triceps, rock forward. And then sit back on those heels, same thing we did beginning. Straighten the legs, lift the toes. Onto the feet, up on tiptoes, breathe in. Roll forward into the hands, connect the knees to the triceps, breathe out. Stay for your inhale. And then exhale, rock back, lift the toes. Breathe in. Stay, breathe out. Flat feet, up on toes, in breath, knees to upper arms, roll forward, exhale. See if you can pick up one toe, breathe in. Toe down, breathe out, take an in breath, rock it back, sink the heels, lift the toes. Come up on tented fingers, stay for a breath. Empty, we'll do that one more time. Up to toes, heels lift, knees work to connect to the arms. Rock the weight forward and pick up the other toe. Set it back down, breathe in, and roll it back, breathe out. Lift those toes, last time here, fill out. Stay. Back to that fold, take an in-breath. And then a ragdoll, left to right, right to left. If you prefer a shoulder rinse out, let the hands find a connection behind the back. Interlace and roll them overhead. Breathe in. And breathe out. Couple more here, take an inhale. Stay. One more. If you took that interlace, hands to hips, and then to earth. If you migrated away from the top edge of your mat, you can just tiptoe yourself forward. And we'll rinse that out with a high to low push-up. So inhale, lift halfway. Just fold, exhale. We'll sweep up and reach when you get to the top. If you'd like a back bend, hips forward, open the heart. Spill it forward, dive. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to shin bones. And exhale, high to low push-up, hands down. Feet step back and lower down. Flip the toes, lift the heart, breathe in. And exhale, hips to the sky. Take an inhale. Stay. Up to tippy toes, bend in the knees, but just the left foot comes up and through, not quite to the hands, so about 3/4 of the way up. Drop the right heel. Walk the hands back to the feet, pull the hips forward, and then maybe hands to hips. If that is comfortable, choose to stay. If you'd like that reverse prayer again, hands come to the center of the shoulder blades in prayer hands. Right hip pulls down, head pulls long in a nice flat back. Breathe in, press down through the outside edge of the right heel. Breathe out, hug the shoulder blades up and back. One more. And then exhale, you can fold with those prayer hands and stay and work that balance. Or you can find your hands to blocks, earth, or anything that suits you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Pull the right hip down forward and the left hip up and back. One more just to stay. Empty. If you have prayer hands, release them down. Hands walk about a step forward. You can stay on tented fingers or find those blocks. And then right foot lifts up, hip high. Nice flat back, a little softness in the knee. And remember, if you'd like, you can bring your hands up to your chest center. You can fan them out like wings. You can take them long forward. Always that option to have them on blocks, either 2 blocks or 1 if you have one under center. Right foot spins down, lengthen the head, pull the belly up and in. Take a breath. Stay, last one. Round in, use the belly, set the foot to earth. Fold. Slide off that block, lift halfway. And exhale, refold. To the sky, reach up. And again, arms to your sides. Widen the feet, take a breath, lift the shoulders. And exhale, roll them back. Do that again, shoulders up. And back. One more, roll it up. And roll it back, arms circle. And right arm behind, grab the bicep of the left, lengthen. And then right ear, right side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift up. Unwind the arms, reach, lengthen, circle. Left arm behind, reach for the bicep. Pick up the crown. And then drop the ear, left side, left shoulder. Pull down on that right arm, take a breath. Empty. One more. Stay. Head relifts, arms circle up, breathe in. Swan dive, fold. So your feet are probably hip distance. We'll leave them that way, lift halfway. And then bend the knees, lift the chest, Utkatasana. So again, you can stay here and skip any of our crow prep and play. If you are really close to the front edge of your mat and don't want your hands on the earth, step yourself back, take a breath, sink a little deeper. Let those hands find the mat. And then on your inhale, up on toes, rock it forward. And then exhale, rock it back. Straighten the legs, lift the toes. We'll move it a little quicker this time. Roll forward, tap, look forward. Rock back, lift the toes, empty. Heels down, knees connect, roll forward, breathe in. Rock back, breathe out. One more of each, ripple forward. And rock it back. Stay here, take a breath. Empty. One more. Hold. You can come back to a chair. You can stay here or plant the palms. Come on up on those tiptoes. Knees towards armpits and triceps. Roll forward. And then maybe this time one toe picks up, look more forward. And then maybe the second toe follows. Bakasana, crow pose. Press the earth away. Squeeze the belly up and in. Lift away from earth. Take a breath. Empty it out. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. If you are in crow, see if you can set the feet down wide. If you're in chair still, walk the feet out wide. Elbows will find the knees. Malasana, Buddha squat. Once you get there, hands to prayer. Elbows to inner knee crease, chest up. And if you'd prefer to take your block and have a seat, you just slide it under the hips for a little more support. If you prefer to stay lifted and supporting without that block, make sure the ankles are being supported, so not collapsing in the inner arch. Breathe in and breathe out. Tailbone down, chest up. Open the throat and the front of the heart so you can breathe and stay. Couple more. Slow breath in. And a longer empty out. The last one right where you are. Take a breath. And let it drain. As you feel ready, release the hands. Lift the hips. And then we'll find a fold again. So maybe back to that ragdoll. Or hands interlaced. Towels and straps are options to let the knuckles spill away from the hips. Rolling up overhead. Breathe in. And breathe out. In breath. Empty. One more like that. Slow breath in. And a longer breath out. Hands to hips and then to earth. We'll step the feet back and drop the knees. So taking a few moments in a child's pose. Hips down, head down. Take a moment to rest. Find your breath. Rock your third eye side to side. Breathe. So you can lengthen the fingers forward. Settle the hips back a little heavier. Just a couple more right where you are. Take a breath. And let it go. Last one like that. Breathe in. And empty. As you're ready from your child's pose, come back up to all fours. We'll take a couple cat-cows to rinse out. So inhale, drop the belly, flip the hips up, heart open. And round it in, empty. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Just one more like that. Roll, open. And round. Back to neutral. Let the forearms again find earth. But instead of dolphin, we'll find a forearm plank. So press through the heels. Try not to pike the butt up. So we want a long neutral spine. Holding here. Shoulders over those elbows, palms down. So again, imagine that block is still between the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. One more. See if you can tiptoe the toes forward, dolphin. Make sure those elbows don't walk out wide. They stay shoulder distant. Knees soften, hips lift, and the rib cage stays tucked up and under. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. In breath. Stay. Last one. Maybe step the feet back a hair, press into the palms, and then see if you can float the arms up. Down dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let the feet walk a little wider. And then let the thumbs come into the center of your mat so the palms are pressing down and the thumbs touch. You can stay here and just work this space. Or if you'd like a little twist, we'll take our right hand and leave it on earth. You'll take your left arm and reach it for any part of this right leg. So the higher up, less sensation. You can also tent it on the floor. If you can find your heel, you'll press down and stand on the hand. Look up under the right armpit. Pull the belly up and in, twist. Press away from earth firmly with that right arm. Take a breath. Stay. One more. Empty. As you feel ready, reset, thumbs touch, and then go to your second side. Again, up on the thigh, hand to earth, half, or if you'd like that challenge, you'll tuck it under the left heel, press down through that foot, and then roll the belly up and to the right, or to the left, sorry. Take a breath, and roll open. One more. Stay. Unwind, let yourself find your normal down dog. And then heels sink. Up to toes, breathe in, bend the knees, look forward. And then come up to the front of your mat for a fold. Halfway lift, flatten out, lengthen. And then exhale, fold heavy. To the sky, reach and rise. And swan dive again. Lift and lengthen halfway. Hands to earth, right foot back, lunge. Widen your base a little, and then as you're ready, lift the chest. Shoulders stack, arms come up tall. They can also be out in goalposts, your hips or your heart. Try not to lean forward, so we want to stack the spine. That might mean we soften the right knee a little, and then as you feel ready, press through that heel. Left knee stacks over the ankle. Chest again stays over the hips. And the arms find a space that suits them. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. Just a couple more. Breathe in. Breathe out. So your option here in a moment is to just stay. If you'd like to play with a little balance, let your hands find your hips. Root through the left foot. Take a breath. And then bring the right knee up and into the chest. In breath. Stay. Stack the shoulders. So we'll move that connection. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to your crescent lunge. If you feel comfortable with the arms up, stand up with them lifted. Breathe in. Slowly set it back with control. Breathe out. Inhale to come on up. And exhale, crescent lunge. Just a couple more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lunge. Last one, inhale, come on up. And we'll set back into that lunge. In breath, palms touch. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath, roll the heart open. And then drop the right knee as you straighten the left leg. Stay here. Uncurl the toe on the right foot if you'd like. Fold. If you prefer to pull the left toes towards your nose for a little more stretch through the hamstring, you can take that route as well. Hands can tent back towards the back legs. They can walk long. And if you'd prefer to have a block or two supporting your fold, they can frame the foot. Stay, breathe in. Empty, breathe out. A couple more. In breath. Exhale. The last one like that. Take a breath. Drain it out. Lift the chest. You'll kick the right foot under the body slightly. Walk yourself back so that right foot sets inside the left inner thigh. And then reach on up. Lengthen. Square the chest. And fold over the left leg. Draw yourself down. Towels and straps can help you find the foot. Right foot presses into that thigh. Breathe in. Then breathe out. Two more here. Draw the right shoulder down. Press into that right leg. So right foot, or into the left leg with the right foot. Last one. Stay. As you're ready, reach up to the sky. Breathe in. And then twist to your right. Lengthen the heart. Turn over that right shoulder. And press the left ball of the foot away from you. So flexing and activating that leg. Right hand plants down. Take a breath. Stargazer, hips up, arm over the head. Open the chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. So left arm high, but look down right. Circle yourself around, landing in a high plank. Take a breath. And then from our high plank, see if you can drop the forearms. Dolphin. Hold here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. One more to stay. Back to your dolphin. I misspoke before. I meant forearm plank. Now we're in dolphin. Either way, we are hanging out on our forearms for a little longer here. Take a breath. Sink the heels, soften the back of the knees. Breathe deep. And empty fully. One more. If you walk those toes a little forward, step them back, press into the palms, and lift the arms. Down dog. Feet walk wide, thumbs walk in. So we'll find that twist again. Take a breath. Right arm under towards the left foot. Any part of it, press it down, roll up and open. Stay here, take a breath. Empty. Wringing out, breathe in. And breathe out. Last one on this side. Stay. Unwind that hand, take a breath. And then switch. Any part of the right leg with connection to the hand, you can step on that palm for more challenge. Roll open, take a breath. Let it go. Another in-breath. And an exhale. The last one like that, breathe. Stay. Unwind, take an inhale, walk the feet back together. Settle down, up to toes, bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step, or hop, come on up to the front of your mat, and it was previously the back. Fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, and breathe in. Breathe out, roll it down. Circle and lift, breathe. Swan dive, fold. Halfway up, in breath. And the left foot lunges back. Settle into that front knee and then lift the chest as you're ready. So back to our crescent lunge. We're just facing the opposite direction on our mat. So sink into this right knee. Stack the shoulders over the waist. Arms are up and active, out wide to your hips or to your heart. This back knee can soften so the pelvis can tuck, and then as you feel ready, you can kick it back a little firmer. Slide into that right thigh, so sinking downward into the front leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, options are to stay when we get to moving, or you can move along. Up is more challenge, hands to hips is more stable, so take a breath. Empty, left knee to chest. Pull it up, fill up, hold. Stay for one more. And then empty, set it back, crescent lunge. Moving if you'd like. Step up, breathe in. Flow it back, land lightly, breathe out. Lift, lengthen, flex the foot. Exhale, step back. 2 more like that. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, set it back. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, sink it back. Last one like that. Breathe in. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Palms circle and reach. Hands to your heart. Left knee drops, roll the heart open. And then half split, Ardha Hanumanasana, right leg straightens. You can press the ball of the foot towards earth, or you can pull the toes towards your nose. Breathe in. Square the hips, settle them down evenly. So we're not trying to sit on this left heel. We're not working into a half P rose. That's a little bit different. We're staying in that half split. So this left hip and knee stay relatively aligned top to bottom. And we're lifted away from earth. So we want to build strength in this back leg along with some space. Last one. Stay. You'll lift the chest, tuck the left foot under, and then adjust as you sit down. Left foot to right inner thigh. Reach and lengthen. Fold heavy. Towels, straps, you can loop them around your foot and tug in. Anything that allows you to find a comfortable connection with the fingers. Draw down through the chest and the head and the neck. Breathe heavy. Filling and lengthening. Emptying and folding. Just a couple more. Take a breath. And out. One more to stay. Empty. Arms recircle up, reach. And we'll twist. Stay. Heart open, roll that shoulder back, flex the foot. Hold. Take a breath. Empty. One more to stay here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press down through this left hand, roll up, heart forward. Open the chest to the sky. Let the right hand fall up and overhead. Let that arm circle up, reach. Bring it back around to earth. So back to where you first started. Landing on the forearms. Walk the left foot back to join the right. So forearm plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shoulders stack over the wrist. Pelvis tucks. Earth presses away. Squeeze. One more here. Stay. Lift the hips. Find your dolphin. Head hangs heavy. Breathe in. And breathe out. Soften through the back of the legs. Maybe tiptoe those toes a little closer. Sink the heels. Press the mat away. Take one more breath. And then we'll drop the knees just briefly. So you can come back to a child's pose and stay. Or if you'd like to play a little bit with a baby crow, or in some places you'll read it as duck pose, we'll come back onto our forearms. So same setup as forearm plank, and same thoughts as crow pose. So forearms down, you'll curl the toes and lift the hips, but then walk those knees all the way up into the armpits. So coming into a little crouch, you'll rock forward like you did with crow. And then one toe, followed by another. So just a little baby crow pose or duck pose, depending on how you see it. Play around for as long as you'd like. And then we'll all end in a child's pose. If you prefer to play through crow or something else you are working on, find that connection. If you are staying in your crow or your baby duck pose, press the earth away, squeeze the belly, keep looking forward. And then again, as you're ready, let the knees drop and the hips find the heels. Hands walk long to what you'd like, head to earth. And then if you are in your child's pose and you'd like to thread your right arm under your left, draw that hand across, ear down, shoulder down. Keep the breath moving. You are looking towards those right fingers if you took that thread. And then as you feel ready, unwind that side. And left tucks under. Again, you are looking towards that left hand. Ear down, shoulder down, right arm can stay floating long or the elbow can soften. As you feel ready, come back to center. And then we'll find our way back up to all fours. And then through down dog just for a moment, back to our Buddha squat. So heels in, toes out, walk it back, and then sink it down. Let the thumbs come into the chest, heart forward. Stay here. Let the eyes close. So we'll have one more option here in a moment to play around with crow pose and different connections or different varieties. Always remember it's your space to do what you wish. So none of it has to happen today. Move through what you like. And if staying right here in your Buddha squat is what you need to work on your hips today, do that instead. So arm balances require a lot of hip space. So that's where you're working, work with that. No need to add more if you don't want to. If you're choosing to stay here, stay. If you want to work back into a crow, you'll step the feet back. And we'll set up back for that Bakasana. Make sure you have enough space on the front of your mat if you want to drop your head for tripod. If you have anything on the top of your head, if you are, say, outside and you have sunglasses, you might want to remove them. And then we'll set ourselves up. So hands plant. We have about 1.5 feet again from toes to wrists. And then up on tippy toes, knees tuck high on the armpits. You can sink the hips back and just sort of work that connection if you'd prefer to play around with that. If the knees are tight to the arms, start to lift up through center, rock the weight forward so you're on tippy toes. And then pull one toe up followed by the other for Bakasana. Toes touch behind you. And you can play around with this. If you'd like to start to practice to find your headstand. And again, making sure you have no issues with your head, your back, your neck, anything like that, any other limitations. Make sure your space is safe first. But you'll start to soften the head down to earth. Toes come up and elbows stay hugging in. So maybe you stay here. So it's knees together to start. So you'll pick them up off the arms and pull them together. And then if that feels good, and only if that feels good, then maybe they press up to the sky. Breathe in. Hug the elbows back into center. Press through the balls of the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen. Now we come back the same way we went in. So knees tuck. Pull them into the chest first. Split them back onto the triceps. You can stay here and then drop one toe at a time to find your child's pose. Or if you'd like, one more little option, I'll come back to that little space there. And again, this is contingent on your space working for you. But if you'd like to pike it back to a plank, take a breath. You'll press the earth away as you shoot the feet back. Low plank, up and open, heart forward. And then we'll meet in a down dog. How do we do? Maybe we made it there, maybe we didn't. Find what works for you. If you found your down dog, we'll all come back to that child's pose. If you're still in Buddha squat, you can drop the knees. And then again, let the hips find earth. And then from here, as you feel ready, we'll find our way back up to a table and then back to a seat. From your seat, just a little bit more work through the hip crease. So soles of the feet together, knees open up wide. Scoop the hands under the feet, roll the heart open. So you're cradling the feet with the hands, thumbs are sort of in line with the big toes. Lift the chest and then press down through the outsides of the knees. So we'll stay upright for a few moments here. Belly in, tall spine. In breath. And then as you're ready, exhale, start to fold. You can focus on rounding down today if you'd like, or you can really focus on lengthening the chest forward and then softening. So pick your variety of Baddha Konasana today. And then as you feel ready, lift up through the chest. Re-scoop those feet really tall through the spine. And then maybe let the right ear drop. We'll lift the crown, belly in, and then left ear drop. We'll do that again, each side, lift up. And right ear down. And we'll lift up. And left side. Center, breathe in. And then let the feet find earth and the knees tuck together. So hands reach for opposite elbows around the shin bones. And seated cat-cow, but a little different. So you'll lift the chest, open up. And then round it back. Roll up so belly gets close to the thighs, heart forward, open the throat. And then exhale, chin to chest, close it in, press earth away, or press away from the legs. Big breath, open, heart forward, head back if that's comfortable for you today. And round it back. Just two more of those. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, send it back. One more, breathe in, lift. And round. Back to center, let the legs come out long. Last forward fold of the day, so toes pull back towards the nose, reach and lengthen. And then again, lengthen forward as far as you can. Maybe you're looping a towel over those feet. And then let yourself melt down. If you feel really far from the thigh bones with the head, you can always rest your prop on the thighs or the calves. I should say shins, so thighs or shins. So find a space that suits you. Head is heavy. You'll notice mine is a little lifted. And that's just so you can hear me, but for your purposes, you'll drop your head as heavy as you can let it go. Take a breath. And empty it out. 2 more. Breathe in. See if you can work that chest and thigh connection a little closer. 1 more. Empty. Slowly lift up. You can stay with long legs for more challenge or bend the knees for less. Make sure you have enough space behind you, so if you need to adjust, do so. Arms long. And then roll yourself slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time to earth. Big stretch when you get there, so legs long, arms long, reach it out. And then pull the right knee into the chest. When you get it there, give it a hug. And then take some circles with that hip. Let those circles go the other way. And then half of a dead bug. Right foot to the sky. Knee tucks into the right armpit. Left foot presses down to earth. If you'd like a little more sensation, half Supta Baddha with the left leg. So knee out, pinky edge of the side of the foot down. One more to stay. Let it go. Let the heel tuck into earth, foot to the mat. And then give the right leg a tug in, or give the left leg a tug in and extend the right leg long. So again, finding some movement through the hip crease. Other way. Foot up to the sky. Pull out and down. Again, that option to intensify for half of Supta Baddha in the right. So pinky edge side down, knee open. Sole of the foot flexes. And again, if grabbing that's not comfortable, you can hold the calf, you can hold the back of the leg. Anything that suits you. One more. Release. Let the right leg come up and join the left for dead bug. Both ankles stack, knees pull down, spine flattens. Hold here. Rocking side to side if that feels good. And then feet release to the earth. Arms come alongside your body. One option for a bridge pose, if you prefer supported, you can take that block and tuck it under the hips, palms down, take a breath. And then let yourself roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Maybe the shoulders walk under and the hands interlace. If you have space, maybe reach for your ankle. And then really arch the hips up, chest towards chin. And just a couple more here. Take a breath. And let it go. Last one. Stay. As you're ready, roll yourself down. Soles of the feet together. So back to that Baddha Konasana, but the Supta or reclined variety. Hand to heart, hand to chest. So we spent a little time already with some inversion options. If you feel you'd like to take one more, a restorative variety, you can slowly just let the feet lift up to the sky. If you prefer to put a block under the hips as well, that is an option. So you press into the feet, take your block, tuck it under your sacrum, and then let the legs lift up. Let the eyes soften. like to stay for your final rest, feel free to do so. If you have a block under your back and would like to keep it there for a little lift in your Shavasana, you'll just bend the knees and then walk the feet out long, so you'll have a little sort of rainbow arc and the legs just roll out. If you take any other varieties of support in your Shavasana, that works too. And if you'd prefer to slide that block out and find your way to a traditional Shavasana, so legs long, arms long, you just take that block out once the hips come down to earth, walk the feet out long. Let the arms come out wide, and let yourself find the mat. Feeling your connection to earth. Softening through the jaw and the face. Fingers, toes, let them unwind. And then melt. Taking the next few moments here in stillness and silence, just for you. Slowly starting to invite some movement to return to you. Wiggling fingers and toes. Drawing the knees into the center of the chest. And then finding your way first into a little ball and then onto your right side for just another moment here. So while distance may separate us from time to time, space to space, and place to place, we are all under the same stars. So as you look up, know your journey connects to mine as mine connects to you. When you see people from afar, give them a smile. For you never know where they have been or where they are going, what they have seen and walked through. Smiling takes nothing of effort, so share your joy, your peace, and your love. You can do that from afar as well as close together. So share, be kind, be peaceful, love one another. As you find your way to a seat that is comfortable to you, let your hands come to your heart center, taking notice of that life force within you, your heartbeat and the air in the lungs. The light in my heart honors and greets the light in yours. Thumbs to third eye, our eye of intuition, knowing that you truly are a blessing. Namaste. Awesome work today, yogis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Amanda. We'll continue to connect this way until studios in the Pittsburgh area are given the green light to open up. And I'll probably continue to post even after that here and there, so stay tuned. Things are on my YouTube page. I also share them through my Instagram and Facebook. So if you have any questions, comments, or want to work on anything, please feel free to reach out and I'll incorporate it when I can. Namaste, everybody. Thank you.